Hey everyone, welcome back to Tennis Picks and Bets here on the Mayo Media Network. It is the final video for the US Open as we look to tackle the men's final of the US Open. Before we do that though, make sure you like this video, comment below with your favorite play for the men's final between Novak Djokovic and Daniil Medvedev, and of course, subscribe to the Mayo Media Network YouTube channel. Click that bell to make sure you receive all notifications. And if you're listening in audio form, make sure you are subscribed or you're following Daily Fantasy Sports Picks and Bets, The Mix. Make sure to like, review, subscribe, whatever your podcast app allows you to do to help support this content. All right, Novak Djokovic, Daniil Medvedev, we've seen this before. It is a very, very similar script to what we saw play out in Australia. Djokovic, Medvedev meet in the final. The routes they took there, polar opposites. Djokovic dropped a set in 4 consecutive matches in Australia from the second round to the quarterfinal. Daniil Medvedev dropped just 2 sets, both to Filip Krajinovic. Fast forward to New York, Djokovic has only come through in straight sets once in the past 2 weeks. That was in his second round match with Talon Griekspoor. Medvedev, on the other hand, has done one better than he did in Australia. He's dropped a singular set to Botic van de Zandschulp en route to the final. What happened in Australia? Well, Novak Djokovic made Daniil Medvedev look like the one who'd spent a ton of time on court and wiped him out in straight sets. Will we see a repeat here? I'm not so sure. Djokovic has not looked as convincing despite having the same kind of on paper dropping sets along the way. He just hasn't been as convincing to me, especially in first sets where his serve has been a bit vulnerable. The last couple matches, our over 2.5 breaks from Zverev barely got there. We needed a break from 1-5 down in the fifth set, a kind of meaningless game to get over the hump on the over 2.5 breaks. But Djokovic's serve has looked really strong. Now, Medvedev presents similar problems to Zverev. He's got the height. He moves decently for his height. He's got a huge serve. He's consistent from the baseline. So he has all the tools to trouble Djokovic as Zverev has. He did not do it in Australia, however. We'll see this time if he's maybe going to hold up a bit better in this final. But the bet here is over 9.5 games in the first set. Make sure you shop around here. I've seen anything from -135 to -150. So I'm taking this at -135. For over 9.5 games in the first set. Again, 2 very strong servers. We saw in Australia the first set play out longer. We want both these guys when they're fresh at the top of their game, not looking to potentially play a full match over, which has been hitting consistently for Djokovic. But we know that in the second, third, fourth sets, if he takes the first tier against Medvedev, we know how strong he's gotten moving forward, as he did in Australia. It was a close first set, followed by a pair of 6-2 sets to Djokovic. So let's, again, try and get these guys both at the peak of fitness. We want to ride their serves through the first. We just need 4 holds apiece, or if there's going to be 3 holds and a break each, we just need 10 first game sets, which is pretty standard in men's tennis. And so we will look to play that just as we did in the women's game, the women's match and final, the over 9.5 games. We'll do it again here with Novak Djokovic and Daniil Medvedev. Should be a great final. Storylines abound in this one. A rematch. Medvedev looks great. A rematch from Australia. Daniil Medvedev looks probably even better than he did down under. Can he get his revenge? Can Novak Djokovic do what no man has done in singles action and complete the calendar Grand Slam? That is to say, win all 4 majors, the Australian Open, French Open, Wimbledon, and the US Open. No man has done it since Rod Laver did it twice in the 1960s. No woman has done it since Steffi Graf in 88. Serena Williams came close in 2015. She lost in the semis here in New York. This is the closest we've seen anyone in singles come to the calendar Grand Slam in decades. So this is a huge match going down on Sunday. Highly recommend tuning in and watching. It is a moment we may never see again because just the dominance of Djokovic and his fellow competitors in the big 3 may never exist again. So huge match. Storylines abound. 2 very talented players. We are taking the over 9.5 games at -135 in the first set. Thanks again for tuning in, guys. And hopefully we'll see you back for more tennis content in the future.